defense Michigan.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in
having some mic difficulties, so I will be.
where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
On the court for Michigan. Smith is out there with Ellis. Then it's Jones. Then there's Flash. And it's Crawford at the shooting guard position. So both teams changing it up here. Huskies shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Boy, how about the Huskies and the success they found in the tournament over the years? I mean, 4 titles for that program in all, with the first coming in '99. They've been absolutely dominant the past 2 decades.
Now here's Stevenson. Outside, Jones. That ball. Nice feed that time from Stevenson. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
James, no good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Now here's Stevenson, and James pulls it down. To the paint, here's Joseph. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Stevenson against James. Stevenson kicks to Taylor. Outside Knight. He dishes it to Jones. No good on the 3.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue.
UConn trails by 3, and for the Wolverines, they've got Taylor. He's out there with Jones, and it's Knight in at the 2 spot. There's 38 seconds left here in the first half. Nice shot by James. 35 seconds left in the first half. Stevenson drives in. No good off the back of the rim. James kicks to Sims. Back to James. Lets it fly from 18. And it's Michigan with the rebound.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And he gets it to go. Jones has got the lead up to 4 now for the Wolverines. James with it. It'll count. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And the first half comes to a conclusion. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If we can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
James in at point guard. Also Keefe out there. And it's Martin in at the 4-man position. On the court for Michigan, we've got Flash. Smith is out there with Ellis. Then it's Jones. And it's Crawford at the 2-guard spot. Here's Flash. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan, a lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Greg, you mentioned moments ago all the former Wolverines that have made it to the NBA. Michigan has been one of the best talent developing schools, Clark, for a long time.
And, you know, apart from the Fab Five group, Kevin, the Wolverines can also name Glenn Rice as an alum, outstanding NBAer, and Trey Burke and Nick Stauskas, recent grads from Ann Arbor.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard in addition to the leadership, too.
And, guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that, but guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their moment.
Here's Splitter. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Splitter's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Wolverines leading by 7. The Wolverines making a switch here. And it's out of bounds. The Wolverines able to retain possession here.
And you could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
The Huskies making a switch here. Sims is checked in. It's Banks with the drive. Good D by James. UConn trails by 7. Looking to end his cold spell.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Taylor's checked in for Smith. Day, the pass to James. Well, for a long time, Michigan has been a big power in men's basketball, really in all sports. The school has a very strong program.
No doubt the Wolverines love their sport. It's easy to cheer for the basketball program with all the success they've had over the years.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
The Wolverines shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. 2 shots. Well, you could pick any team in the NBA and name a Husky that played for him at some point. UConn has had a big impact on the NBA.
I mean, UConn has had a lot of NBA talent pass through their school. I mean, it speaks volumes about how well they are able to develop talent and win championships.
Back to Jefferson. Fires from deep. Can't get it to go. The drive by James. Sims. Banks with a rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Outside Jefferson. 13 feet away. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And, you know, you look at the Huskies, a big part of why they get so many future NBA guys is they recruit very well on the East Coast and around the country for that matter. They are a premier destination school in the Northeast, and that part of the country loves its hoops.
James in a two-guard. Pierce is out there with Reed. And it's Sims in its center.
And guys, just thinking about all the great NBA players from UConn. Ray Allen now retired, but he's the biggest name. How about Rudy Gay, Andre Drummond, Kemba Walker, Shabazz Napier? I mean, you could go on and on with the Huskies.
The Huskies making a switch here. A switch here also for UConn. James is checked in. So Michigan going with almost an entire new group here. To the paint. Here's Ellis. Buries it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy. You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the second half. Flash passes to Smith. Here's Flash. Splitter covering from 13. James with some nice D. And an intentional foul right there. We've got 13 seconds left here in the second half of the game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
At the line for UConn.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Yes, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Here is Stevenson. And there's the feed to Cunningham. Outside Jefferson. Knocks down the trifecta. And here's James outside. Can't get it to fall. And so it's UConn with the win. Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We've got the UConn Huskies facing Villanova.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
Now the starting group for the UConn Huskies. James, he's in at the point. Also Keefe out there. And it's Splitter in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Beal. That doesn't go either for Beal. Well, for Villanova, they've had a lot of their graduates make waves in the NBA. You can find a Wildcat playing professional ball everywhere, it seems.
Yeah, some of the current Wildcats in the NBA. Kyle Lowry's had a terrific career thus far. Randy Foye are the big names. Dante Cunningham's another guy who's had an impact.
Cooper a screen on James. Here's Beal, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And one thing about UConn that has been true all throughout their rise as a power, they have always played solid defense. It's something the program really hammers home.
And Greg, you mentioned UConn moments ago in their defensive pride. Some great defenders, Clark, have come out of that school.
Yeah, you look at Emeka Okafor and Hasheem Thabit. Both were dominating rim protectors. And even their guards and swingmen get after you defensively.
Splitter passes to Keefe. Martin kicks to Joseph. The drive by James. Uncovered. Can't get it to go. Villanova goes the other way with it. Now here's Beal. Feeds it to Bryant. The three. And another miss by Villanova.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
It's a pick by Ilgauskas. Here's Beal. And Splitter pulls it down.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but, man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Beal with it. Miller with a wide open look. And another miss by Villanova. James up top. He's covered by Beal. James dishes to Joseph. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Joseph's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Villanova going with a whole new group out there. And a new group getting ready to come in for the Huskies. Here's Moore. Screen by Jones. Here's Foster. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
And James throws it down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Jones kicks it to Gaines. Here's Moore. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Here's Reed. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. This is his first free throw of the game.
And the Villanova Wildcats have had a recent surge in their...
The Huskies leading by 4. On the floor for UConn. James in at 2-guard. And it's McGuire in at the 3. There's Villanova. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points on the Wildcats. So Villanova have been getting back in the swing of things as a program over the last decade, Clark. And One of the better runs they're on right now is a school.
Yeah, they are a surefire bet to pretty much be in the tournament almost every year now. Really one of the big schools in recruiting on the East Coast.
Here's James after Villanova picking up a basket just moments ago. James with another miss.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's Beal. Ilgauskas a screen on Jennings. Beal the pass to Ilgauskas. 11 feet away. The shot is off.
I'd like to see him use a little clock here.
I agree with you. Milk the clock with this possession. That's what they've got to be doing.
Pass to Swooter. Here's McGuire. The rebound by Ilgauskas. Ilgauskas has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. To the right side. There's the triple. The shot misses. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. UConn leads by 2. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If we can get hot, this team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
They've got Miller. Ryan is out there with Cooper, and it's Ilgauskas in at the 4. On the floor for UConn. James in at point guard. Also Keefe out there. And it's Joseph in at the small forward position. Both free throws good from James.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Beal against James. Beal dishes to Ilgauskas. Miller with a screen on Martin. High post shot. Huskies with the rebound. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. That's good from Joseph on the assist by James. Joseph's got 5 now.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Huskies going with a whole new group out there. The Huskies leading by 4. Out to the right wing. McGuire kicks to Pierce. James outside. There's the pass to McGuire. James in the post. He's against McAdoo. James, no good.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
They set the screen. And it's Miller penetrating. Beal gets a wide open look. Good. And Miller gets the assist. 5 points in the game.
You know, they've got to be careful not to give a shooter of his caliber open looks like that. 1 or 2 of those are all it takes to really get him going.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Huskies?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
And James drills them both. Villanova trails by 3. They've got Cooper. Miller is out there with Bryant. And it's Beal in at the point guard position. There's the pick. The feed to Ilgauskas. Miller with a screen on Martin. The outside leaner. And it's Ilgauskas missing.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leaner.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum. My, he is so adept at finishing in the low post.
Here's Villanova. They trail by 3. James against Beal. Pass to Cooper to tie it up. Ilgauskas trying to get open. And Villanova, another 3.
And wow, what a time to tie this game up, guys.
Strap those belts on, fellas. This is going to be one heck of a finish. I can just feel it reverberate.
He's right. He's right. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm going to let my belt out just a little bit to get ready for this ride.
Well, you would need so much in the press room before the games, maybe be comfortable like we are. And he gets it to go.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
The drive by James, and that one's good. James has got it all tied up now for the Huskies. Jones checked in for Miller.
Gabriel Jones.
.132 left in the second half of basketball. It's a pick by Ilgauskas. Here's Cooper. No good. And the Huskies going the other way now. The drive by James. And he uses the glass on the layup. James has got 10 points in just the second half.
This is why everybody thinks Freak is the real deal. I mean, it's not that he takes over games like he has in